Start the service by turning off the power to the ProTec Plus boiler and then isolate the power supply, or remove the lock-off fuse spur. Remove the two retaining screws at the bottom left and right of the appliance and take off the front casing. Next, access the control panel by removing the two retaining screws on the left and right-hand sides. Then press in the hinges to release it. Remove the three screws to access the boiler PCB and the incoming power supply. Using a multimeter, select volts AC. Place your multimeter probes on connections live to earth, neutral to earth and live to neutral. After this has been carried out, you can confirm that safe isolation has been achieved. The appliance is now ready to be worked on, and the control panel cover can be replaced. Next, isolate the gas supply using the gas isolation valve underneath the boiler. Then disconnect the flame sensing electrode lead, the ignition lead from the spark electrode, and the manual overheat thermostat. Remove the four screws on the outer case of the combustion chamber door. Then remove the two screws which attach the burner to the fan housing. Using a 10mm ring spanner, take off the four nuts securing the burner to the heat exchanger. And then remove the burner from the boiler. The next step is to clean away any debris on the flame sensing probe with wire wool. You should also check that the spark electrode gap is between 3 and 4 mm, and that there is a 7 to 9 mm gap between the flame sensing electrode and the burner, before cleaning both electrodes with a suitable abrasive. Carry out a visual inspection on the burner and burner door seal for any signs of distress before thoroughly cleaning the burner with compressed air. Remove any deposits from the heat exchanger coils and then, using water, thoroughly clean the heat exchanger. Any water used will drain away through the condensate trap. Next, release the air intake and put it to one side. Undo the screw securing the condensate trap and then remove the trap from the boiler. Clean the trap thoroughly with water. Before replacing both the trap and the securing screw and refilling the trap with water. You can now replace the air intake to the fan and also replace the combustion burner door. To secure the burner in place, reinstate the four 10mm nuts until they are hand tight. Then reinstate the two screws securing the burner to the fan housing and then the four Phillips screws on the outer heat exchanger door. You can then tighten and fully secure the four nuts on the door using a 10mm ring spanner. Next, reconnect the ignition lead to the spark electrode, flame sensing electrode lead, and the manual overheat thermostat. It is next crucial that Regulation 26(9) gas appliance safety checks should now be carried out. To do so, first remove the FLUE hood cover to access the FLUE gas analyzer test point. Place a calibrated FLUE gas analyzer into the combustion chamber and connect a manometer to the inlet test point of the gas valve. Reinstate the gas supply to the boiler and then the power supply before switching on the boiler. Start the FLUE gas analyzer. Next, take the boiler out of standby by pressing the A button once. Check for radiator, pump and flame symbols to confirm the boiler has ignited. Press and hold the A button to engage the chimney sweep mode to check combustion. Then press the hot water plus button to check the boiler at 100%, or push the hot water minus button to check the boiler at 1%. Check the gas working pressure when the boiler is working at 100%. At its maximum output, you would normally expect a reading of around 21 plus or minus 2 millibar. Also check the flue gas analyzer readings when the boiler is working at 100%. You can then make any high fire or low fire adjustments necessary. To finish, press and hold the A button to come out of chimney sweep mode. Then put the boiler into standby and isolate the gas again. Remove the manometer and close the gas inlet test point before reinstating the gas supply to the boiler. Use LDF to confirm the gas valve inlet test point is gas tight. You can then remove the flue gas analyzer and replace the test point cap and flue hood cover. Resecure the control panel to the front of the appliance. Finally, replace the boiler casing and the fixing screws. The service is now complete.